Greetings, Twin Flame lover. Hi, it's Dr. Amanda Noelle, the Twin Flame Matchmaker, here to talk about Twin Flame manifestation signs. So I'm going to be sharing 3 Twin Flame manifestation signs and also what are not manifestation signs so that you don't miss the mark. Before I go into the 3 Twin Flame manifestation signs, I want to clear the air on something really big. A lot of Twin Flame teachers, gurus, people that do have their Twin Flame, don't have their Twin Flame, haven't really figured it out yet, will swear by the 1111 signal. The manifestation signs of all these synchronicities are happening. I don't want to be the naysayer. I don't want to be the wet blanket here, but I have some news. Those signs show up with false twin flames, what I call the twin flame counterfeit. Those signs show up with karmic soulmates. Soulmates that are here for perhaps a moment where the energy is not the same as twin flame energy. And when you actually evolve and expand, that person, that relationship is going to fizzle out. So I'd like to share my own story. I had 1111s show up all the time with my twin flame counterfeit. And I even had crazy miracles. Like I would journal, and while I was journaling, I call in my twin flame now. He is 6'4" with brown hair. 6'4" guy with brown hair walks over and asks me, "What are you writing?" Then he asked me out on a date. Then we moved in together. And then we decided, well, actually we didn't move in together because the date we were supposed to move in, he opted out, he bounced, and I didn't see him again after that. Broke my heart. That was really funny in a way to think about how many 1111s showed up, how many miraculous signs showed up, how even our grandfathers had the exact same story in this very specific way. And we thought, oh my gosh, we have so much in common in these miracle ways. That was not my twin flame. That was my karmic soulmate, my twin flame counterfeit that got me into knowing myself. So that is the #1 true twin flame manifestation sign. It's that you know yourself, that you know yourself on a level that's so deep that you're not looking for acceptance, approval, any type of I'm not good enough, but if he can love me, that stuff doesn't work. You got to know yourself. You got to know yourself as the goddess or god that you are. Tuning into what I call the higher self-esteem, trusting that you alone are enough to fill yourself. And the second sign of twin flame manifestation is that you are so full of abundance, twin flame abundance. You see the world as your twin flame. You're not, is this the one? Is this the one? Are you my twin flame? Oh my gosh. We all do that at times. Don't judge yourself. It's okay if you're not perfect, but you've got to be coming from a place of, I am so full of deep love for myself, love for the planet, love for this little child over here. And you're not running those old fantasy stories of Cinderella. If my prince comes, then I'll be all good, all God, I will be saved. My life is going to be perfect. That is the type of energy, unfortunately, that calls in our twin flame counterfeits, our twin flame false energies, our karmic soulmates. So it's all about falling in love with yourself as the goddess or god that you are, stepping into your higher self. And finally, the third sign of twin flame manifestation is that you're willing to live your life without meeting him. Ooh, Amanda, did you just say that? I know that's not what you want to hear. And hear me out. I'm not saying that you'll never meet him, but I'm actually saying the opposite. By allowing yourself to let go of expectations, even allowing yourself to grieve, go, oh my God, I'm not gonna meet him this lifetime. I'm gonna die an old maid. I give up. I'm gonna be a nun. I'm going to date women. I'm going to just masturbate all day long. Whatever it is that you tell yourself, if it doesn't work out, we run those timelines. So I have an exercise for you. It's a little scary, but it's going to change your life. And if you don't do this exercise, you may end up in this chronically obsessed state. Are you my twin flame? Are you my twin flame? I did it, and here's what's going to nib it in the bud. I know this sounds funny, but I want you to actually visualize your whole life from today's date until X date. We don't know when you're gonna die. Let's just for now envision you as an old granny and envision that you never met your twin flame. Maybe you had a series of disappointing relationships, or maybe you were nun-like and just did not have some yummy romance. Whichever timeline you want to see, just envision that he never came around. And I want you to dive deep into the pain. And that's what's so important about this exercise. So you have to get in sort of an imaginal, meditative state and really go in. You'll know when you're doing it right when you feel deep emotion, when you feel grief, when you feel tears, when you feel rage. And go through the process, because if you don't go through the process, what's going to happen is that energy, those emotions are gonna stick in your aura and it's gonna block you from calling in what you want. So live out your lifetime, and then after that, you will notice a new wave of energy comes up. I actually, with my clients, will sometimes do a death ritual, marking the death of that timeline where they were the old maid, for lack of better words, and we let that go. And then we do a twin flame initiation. The answers are within you. And when you tune into the power of the twin flame ambassador of love that you are, when you come from that place of knowing who you are and you're being in service to the world, you're rocking your soul purpose, you're showing up big, you're slaying your fears. You're not coming from neediness, obsession, love addiction, trying to please the man, trying to be sexy enough, good enough, strong enough, making enough money from that place of I don't love myself, but if I can finally figure it out and make a perfect life, then he'll love me. When we can cancel that out and we can come from truly embodying the high-heeled priestess, the healed goddess that you truly are, then you are ready to experience the most blissful and magical twin flame manifestation signs. They're going to be unique. They're going to be magical. We can't predict them. And that's why, being a twin flame beloved, we step into the mystery, knowing that we're always safe by loving ourselves. Thank you so much for joining me. I love having you as part of my tribe, so please subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Namaste, namasko for now.